Tunde's voice was calm but distant. Yeah, but honestly, I have someone I truly love, he said. The words seemed to echo in the room, and Aisha felt frozen, unable to move or speak. She could not believe what she had just heard. For the first time, she saw the cracks in their relationship, the laughter and smiles, the promises they had been a mask. She realized that Tunda she thought she knew had been living a double life, at least in his heart. The rest of the evening blurred as Aisha tried to process everything. Her mind replayed the words over and over, each repetition deepening the sting of betrayal. She wondered how long Tunda had been hiding his feelings and why he had never told her. A mixture of anger and sadness bubbled inside her. She felt small, invisible, and foolish for believing in a future that never truly existed. Yet, she knew she needed answers before she could even think of leaving. Later that night, Aisha confronted Tunda when they were alone. Is it true? She asked, her voice trembling. Tunda looked down, unable to meet her eyes. His silence spoke louder than words. Finally, he admitted it. Aisha, I never meant to hurt you. My heart has always been with Kyuma. The confession hit like a thunderclap, shattering the world she had carefully built around their relationship. Aisha couldn't hold back the tears. She felt the weight of every lie, every pretense, and every moment she had spent believing in something that wasn't real. Her heart ached, but she refused to let him see the depth of her pain. She needed time to think, to decide whether to fight for love or walk away. In that moment, clarity began to form. Among the heartbreak, the realization that she deserved someone who loved her without reservation. Days passed, and Aisha spent time reflecting on their relationship. She remembered moments that now seemed like signs she had ignored. Tunde's distant glances, the way he would text Kuoma privately, and the subtle warmth he reserved for someone else. The reflection was painful, but it also brought strength. She realized that love wasn't just about holding on. Sometimes, it meant letting go of someone who couldn't give you their whole heart. Aisha sat by the window, the last golden rays of the sun fading into the horizon, painting the room in a quiet, melancholy glow. She had spent hours replaying every memory, every smile, every whispered promise she had once believed in, trying to make sense of the heartbreak that had taken over her life. For a brief moment, she felt a fragile sense of peace settle over her, as if she was finally beginning to heal and reclaim the life that had been overshadowed by lies. But just as she let herself breathe, her phone buzzed softly on the table beside her, the screen lighting up with a single new message. Her hand froze midair. She didn't move immediately, a strange mix of fear and anticipation gripping her chest. The room felt smaller suddenly, the shadows longer, as though the past had quietly crept back into her present. When she finally looked at the glowing screen, her heart skipped, her pulse quickened, and a cold knot formed in her stomach. She realized with a sinking feeling that some messages don't just interrupt your life, they threaten to unravel it entirely. And in that moment, Aisha knew, deep down, that whatever awaited her in that message might change everything she thought. She had just started to rebuild,